This is kvci.blogspot.com. Now, the Getto Free Press, George Boston Rhymes down in Jacksonville, Florida, at Duval County Courthouse, doing what we do because we want to keep you informed. We're not going to rely on others to do what we need to do for ourselves. The day have come. The day has come for us to stop looking to others to report it right the first time and every time. And so I'm on scene in Jacksonville, Florida. This is the Getto Free Press, George Boston Rhymes, doing what I'm doing because somebody got to do it. By the way, I'm down here with Freddie Richardson. He's out of Valdosta as well, and we're going to do what we do. Once again, this is Getto Free Press, and I'm standing in front of the Duval County Courthouse. I talked to the Black Panthers, I talked to other people that were in the courtroom along with myself. I came out for a break, how you doing? And I am now, they are now deliberating. I have somebody that's going to call me once they come back. Bobby Worthy. Of course, Bobby Worthy, along with people from the Black Panther Party, are here. And they've been giving speeches. And we will now listen to some of this. Once again, this is the Getto Free Press. I'm George Boston Rhymes out of Valdosta, Georgia. Doing
at a Jacksonville gas station on Friday night. This according to investigators. The victim's father identified as
one way or another to get where we got to go.
They can take their job. Why are you talking about that black money? That's what y'all
another thing you need to recognize.
That money.
Another thing you need to recognize.
Economics.
We always been in slavery the whole time we came up. I don't care if it's mixed. I don't care if it's mixed, straight, or nothing, anything. A red African is black. It's black is tough. You know, I'm going to tell you that for sure. A real black person is black and tough. We all mix. Even white people that mix with Irish. They are not Nazis. They need to stop acting like Nazis. We need to all get along and get right. You know what I'm saying? We all serve a God in one way. And He is real. And if you pray every day, makes a lot every day, do any prayer you want to do. God is real all around the world. And we got to stand up for our rights. So we all serving. They're all serving it. They're all serving the same God. I don't care what he is. Rastafari, Jehovah.
Get up and say it.
I don't want to go down to this. You know who he is. And I'm gonna tell you for real. If we don't stand up as one of people and try to pull together and start educating these young kids like we're supposed to do, they're gonna be lost in cause. Just like Trayvon Martin got killed with that, we got to stand up for our rights. It should be more people out here than us. This should be the whole city of Jacksonville. All color races out here standing up. Because you don't know what's going to take place in the future. And it is real, it is too real to be true. And the other guy should have never got killed. And a lot more people should have never got killed. You know what I'm talking about? It is real, you know. And they ain't talking about bringing guns in churches for the preacher to say something, get on somebody's case, and all this your boy seeing me. This justice system ain't gonna never be right, and as we wake up and express our feelings and start voting for right to put in the White House, put all kind of things. We ought to do what we ought to stand up for our rights. It is a certain thing that turned this civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Because it was all about money.
Yeah, yeah.
Because during those times, the black churches didn't have money.
Right,
all these
right.
people lights and water on, they had to go to the white community.
Yeah.
Are we all going to be a people that's under bondage?
No.
Are we going to be a people that speaks of freedom?
Yeah.
In something that makes better sense.
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah.
To our history. Go back to the plantation. Where everything we had, we had to get from our slave masters.
Yeah.
It wasn't until a point where people got sick and tired of the injustice, and we fought.
Yeah.
So let's fight.
Yeah.
That's right. Never fight. I want to say this. In the audience today, we have more black women and more
Lawrence County High School. And we want to hear from my brother.
Greetings. I'm going to be brief, but I do want to be strong. Much has been said here today. I don't like repeating nothing. But what I want to say is that I was in that courtroom earlier this morning. They went for a break. The deliberations continued. I came out to go to my vehicle. I gave some merchandise to Freddie Richardson, who is still there, and I think they're going back into the courtroom. I went to these doors here to get back in because I was in the courtroom. Officer Guthridge, I think his name was, Officer Guthridge. Guthridge told me that the judge said that unless you have a pass or a badge, you cannot get back in. Yeah. Well, why did they let me in the first time? There was nothing that they gave me as a proof that I had been in the courtroom or nothing. Yeah. Why didn't they do that? More than that, people inside told me that they do have something on the armband. Yeah. And they said that they were permitted to sit in. Check this out. They say later the judge rendered that anybody could come in. Yeah. You didn't have to have that armband. Amen. That's how I got in this morning. Yeah. Now, when I was in there this morning, I want to say to you that there was extra space for other people to sit. Yeah. So the question is, are we under an open form of government, or are we under a closed form of government? Yeah. With all of these radio, television stations here, and all these members of law enforcement, the question is, are we losing this republic? Are our rights being controlled, suppressed, and abated? I stand before you as one of the first people to speak about KJ's death in Valdosta, Georgia. I am under a 260-day criminal trespass by the Lowndes County Sheriff Department, and I did not violate any law. So they did it without justification or notification. And do you not know that our only daily newspaper, the Valdosta Daily Times, editor Kay Harris, has never interviewed me about denying me my constitutional rights? It seems as if though the old Dred Scott decision of 1857 is alive and well, which said, the Supreme Court of the United States of America said, in black and white, this is not a myth of my mental disability or handicap. It said that no black man had any rights that a white man had to respect. I didn't write that. Don't get mad with me about saying that. I'm only repeating what the white European and black elected officials say. And so I'm going to say to you today as I pass this mic, because others have a right to speak. No one person have all the rights. Not one person have all the answers. And so we need to let everybody speak under our government. It is a disgrace on Duval County Courthouse. And the judge for denying me the right to go back in the courtroom that I traveled all the way from Valdosta, Georgia, to bear witness with what is taking place. But I was not permitted by Officer Guthridge, who said the judge said that if you don't have a pass or an armband, you can't get in. So I feel like you out here had a right to be there, and just maybe, if they knew this was going to be a high-profile court case, why in the heck didn't they get a bigger courtroom?
That's $400 million.
Piggyback on something he said. Believe it or not, he was absolutely correct by the Dred Scott decision. The Dred Scott decision that set the preference on blacks. And when it said, it actually said in there also in the Dred Scott decision, it didn't say maybe, possibility, we don't think about it. It clearly states that the black man has no rights. That none whatsoever. But let me explain something to you. George Boston Ryan, he is the only reporter that I have met with the news media.
Yeah.
He has over 500,000 views.
Yeah.
So go to his YouTube channel. That's Boston G.B.R. on YouTube. Like I said, he goes everywhere I go and he preaches the truth and nothing but the truth. 100% of the truth, not part of the story, what they want to hear. So, hey, our pastor, y'all stand up. Hold up.
Yeah.
Stand up. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Yeah.
This y'all true pastor.
Yeah.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
I just want to stand with the community.
Yeah.
It's easy to preach behind the pulpit, but God called us to be out with the people.
Whoop, there it
He
is.
called us to make the crooked places straight
Yes.
and the valleys. You know what I want to say.
That's all right. Take your
But
time.
those youth, they were innocent.
Yes.
They didn't deserve to be treated the way they were for just being young black men.
Yeah. Amen.
Doing what young black men like to do. Go shopping, hang out together,
Yeah. Play music.
to their music.
Yeah.
They didn't deserve to be characterized as drugs
Yeah.
and thugs.
Yeah.
Neither did
Yeah.
the community deserve to have that label put on it.
Yeah.
We have
Say it like it is.
been a great people in this city.
Yeah.
And we have had to struggle against many different things.
Amen. Amen.
And anyone who can
Preach on,
sit
preach.
and be comfortable in their own home, thinking they're not any problem, they become a problem
You're
to
lost.
the betterment
You're
of the
lost in this
community.
world.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis was an innocent young man.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
He had great parenting.
Yes.
A great mother and a great father.
Yes.
People who believed in God and still placed their faith in God.
Yes.
That's right.
We may not understand what's going on right now, and this may not be the last case
It
that we
ain't,
have
no.
to speak out.
Why you live
Yeah.
in Jacksonville? It won't.
The important
You
thing
get killed by the
is that
police.
when you see things that are not right and they affect us, whether it be our right to vote, our right to live where we want to live, our right to have credit,
Amen.
wherever our rights are violated, you know, our kids don't deserve to be incarcerated in the numbers that they are in
Just because they're black.
all states. Our men and young boys don't deserve to be put to death, you know, when others get restitution and community service. You know.
Yes.
The white man get that. Black man get
to stand up, you know, reach out to your neighbor, make them feel uncomfortable if you're not doing anything, because they're being affected.
Yeah.
You're
Amen.
the ones with the courage
Preach on,
to
preach.
stand up.
Yeah.
With God on our side,
Amen.
it's through.
Yeah.
He will see us through.
No justice.
No peace.
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 We want to give a black hand to our minister and our pastor
Yeah.
for the kind words, the strong words,
Yes.
the motivational words, and the inspirational words. This is a pastor that took time out to
Be here with us.
to stand with us.
Yeah.
And whenever you need us, all you have to do is call us.
Yeah.
And we'll be there by your side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One and only real power.
Yeah.
That's our pastor. Now, you got church what time tomorrow? You got church tomorrow? 10:15. Y'all heard that?
What church?
Scripture Life Ministry.
Where's that?
Scripture Life Ministry.
Life Ministry.
Greenland Road.
Hey, if I live here, I'll be there.
Whoop, there it
I'll be
is.
there.
Whoop, there it is.
Yeah.
I want to say something what Mr. Rhymes talked about. Now, they have been letting anyone go and sit in the courthouse all day long.
Yeah.
Now, me and the minister went upstairs. They let us in. But let me tell you what the first thing the officer asked us.
Yeah.
What do y'all want? Want to go to the job? I mean, what else? Everybody else coming in here. Did you? The thing I asked, I need to know. Did you ask everybody else that? Or did you see it was the Black Panthers coming in? Now all of a sudden, the judge said nobody can come in. Now I want to let y'all know. The judge idiot.
Coward.
Chief coward. He's a coward.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Judge woman beater.
Yeah.
That beat his wife.
Yeah.
And it ain't none of the news media. All this news media out here.
Yeah.
I want y'all to make sure y'all get to my press release that Judge Martin beat his wife.
Yeah.
And I ain't seen none of that on the news. But yeah, if a black man go rob a bank or a liquor store, every media in town got his picture on the news. So I tell you now, if I don't see this on the news, I'm gonna talk about your channel like a rabbit dog.
We want to say that there are forces inside government.
Nice, Jacksonville, we need to wake up. We need to rise up. Rise up.
There are forces inside our government
Yeah, I want to talk about
that are intimidated. And I say to you, what is it about the new Black Panther Party that shakes and quakes the government in white America? We have not committed one crime. We have not kidnapped one white person. We have not burned one cross. All we have done is stand up for justice. We are uncompromising. You cannot buy us out of leadership. I have been offered $100,000 to leave the black Negro alone. I've had white people from corporations say, you ought to come along with us. You ought to move out of the ghettos of America. But I love you so damn much. I refuse to be bought out. And so when we walked upstairs, the police all of a sudden came out of nowhere. The police came and they took their position. What is it about my voice? What is it about my position? What is it that you're fearful of? The Bible says that those that are evil and wicked are afraid of God's voice. And I believe in my heart that I represent the voice of God. Because I'm not about being hateful. I have to tell the truth. And they have been indicted because 500 years they have not done right by us.
Not at all.
And they want to deny, they want to pretend that it never happened. But we must remind them. Every time we have a Jordan Davis, every time we have a Trayvon Martin, there are certain forces that say, stay in your place, nigga. Stay in your home, nigga. Just go along and get along. But you got these raiders around. And we must man up, black man. You must stop shutting down quickly to your boots. Because you're not going to be respected. You must learn how to be a man again, black man. And if you don't know how to be a man, there are certain voices you can listen to. You can reach out to. And so I just want to say, all I wanted to do was go in and be an observer. But they are threatening every time we come in the courtroom in any kind of case to observe the injustice that they are giving to the government.
This is the Getto Free Press, and I just want to show you down in Jacksonville, Florida, how the news media came out in support of our form of government, which is freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and just overall freedoms to do what the founding fathers of this great republic said, and that is that we have rights. You see the satellite antennas because they want you to know what is going on under our form of government. You see all the major news media here. There's Fox News, FoxJack.com, First Coast News, FirstCoast.news, WTLV, ABC, You have so many varieties of different cameras, all down here for the Michael Dunn trial after the death of Jordan Davis. Once again, this is Big Jack, and this is the Getto Free Press doing what we do because it must be done. Once again, we are doing what must be done under our form of government. I served 21 years in the United States Armed Forces, and today I'm 260 days under a criminal trespass warning issued by the Lowndes County Sheriff Prime or by Wes Taylor, the superintendent of Lowndes County High School. I really don't know who issued it, but I do know it was issued, and I do know that I was told by one of Deputy Thomas during a rally in support of Kendrick Johnson death, and the mother and father who said they have too many questions that have not been answered. I am intended to show the world the best on our form of government, and that is that we are a free and democratic community. And if we are not a true democracy wherein citizens have rights, then we might as well take our flag down. We might as well call our boys back from Europe, call our boys and girls back from Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, and Pakistan, and let them come back home and fight for the rights of the everyday common citizen right here in the United States of America. I served during the Vietnam era, and for the Lowndes County governments not to address my issues of an illegal trespass warning, I had violated no law in the state of Georgia or in the United States of America, and yet I am banned, restricted from going on any Lowndes County high school or Lowndes County school property. And the even more sickening, Sheriff Prine told me, it's all been documented, that he would get back with me and check and see if there was a trespass warning. And like Kenneth Johnson, the father of KJ, said, somebody lied to him. Well, I stand assured, and I stand 100% certain that no one have gotten back with me. And so I'm going to continue to do what I do in our form of government. If I could fight in foreign nations, and if I could stand up for the democracy of nations in the communist world and tell them we are the beacon of hope, then truly we, the people, should have a voice in the United States of America. And so I'm going to close this out now. But I want you to know that as the big cameras come to Jacksonville, the Valdosta Daily Times, nor any other local South Georgia television station have addressed my criminal trespass warning. They have never reported the 14-year-old girl that was hog-tied, face down at Pine Grove Middle School. We see people are being interviewed because this is the way it's supposed to be done under our form of government. But nobody in South Georgia have interviewed the 14-year-old girl mother and father. The mother personally gave the TV stations the package of what happened to her daughter. And do you not know that they still didn't report it? They didn't even report it to the common folk in Valdosta, let alone the people in the state of Georgia and around the nation. So that means we better question our government. Do we really have a government all for and by the people? Once again, I'm down here at Duval County Courthouse, and I was in the courtroom once again. I was in the courtroom, but Officer Guttridge told me I could not enter back into the room from the judge's request. What is it that they don't want the people to know? Or was it because the new Black Panther Party was here? They didn't do nothing. They just exercised their rights as being a citizen in this country. Well, be that as it may, we're looking for justice. Law enforcement is everywhere, and we thank God for them. After all, they are our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, and our brothers. And many black officers have a story to tell. but they can't tell it because they too are living in fear. But they know the truth, and they are beginning to tell us, as well as the Black Panthers, what the real deal is behind the curtain. Once again, this is the Getto Free Press, doing what I do because it must be done.
The ladies that are surrounded here, we gotta show up and we gotta stand up. We gotta speak. So God's best to each and every one of you. I love you and I'm here with you and I'm gonna get more people out here. Thank you.
Whoop, there it is! Whoop, there it is! Whoop, there it is!
We want to thank Mr. Martin for coming out today because it's only right that he took time out of his weekend to stand with us. As we have learned, there's many in the white community that must stand up and stand beside us and demand justice and accountability.
I just want to say once again, for the people in Duval County, the state of Florida, Georgia, and around the nation. Let me say this, CNN, ABC, Nightline, and the rest of you. I'm asking some of you all to come over and interview me. I need you to ask me why I was in the courtroom. And when I got ready to go back in, they told me that this judge said that nobody can go in except those with the pass. Well, they passed me in, but they wouldn't pass me back in. So now the point that I want to make, when I was in the courtroom this morning, y'all listen close. President Barack Obama, listen to this black man who loved you so much. I love Boehner, and I love this government. But if they had open seats in this courtroom this morning, and I bear witness before God, Allah, Buddha, Islam, Ammon Ray, and the other 473 names that I have record of that God is called. That there was space, listen America, there was space in the courtroom for at least 30 or 40 more people to sit. And nobody occupied those seats. We had people outside here. CNN. Now I know CNN and Fox News want America to know this. Because my question, and I'm gonna turn loose the mic, I don't want to talk too long. Why is it that they don't want us to speak or to hear what is going on under our form of government? I am a retired military veteran. I served during the Vietnam era. I thought that I would never see this day in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Now everybody here today, I want you to listen to this because you won't see this on CNN. ABC ain't gonna report it. Ain't nobody gonna report it. But go to G.B.R. on my YouTube channel and they're gonna come after me pretty soon. But when they come after me, I want y'all to make the cost high enough that they will never, ever mistreat another one of God's black sons. Please remember that. When they come after me, I want you all to stamp it on your heart. Put it on your children's mind. That say no more. If we have to get the guns, get the guns. I'm sorry, but they made me get the gun, the M16, and shoot people that I didn't even know. They didn't do nothing to me, but they gave me the M16. I served during the Vietnam War, and I'm under 260 days.
criminal. Trespass one. Because I report the news that CNN won't cover me. Mr. Blackwell know me. He haven't interviewed me. No news media in the state of Georgia haven't interviewed me about my denial of my constitutional rights. And now, if there was space in this courtroom, now your constitutional rights just may have been violated. Y'all better wake up. The black preachers, I got a message for you. Black preachers, black doctors, rabbis, imams in Islam, your own mothers and fathers. Listen as I close. Please, CNN, please, Fox News, listen to me. How can the preachers under Christian dome lead us to heaven, but can't lead us in our struggle to save our black boys and our black girls? You stay in your pulpit, but if you can't come out, then I'm going to be brief and short for them. Somewhere I read, you're liars and the truth is not in you.
God bless you. Can we give a black hand to George Foster?
Yes, sir.
What's your name, sister? Sister Angela would like to speak to the community.
Hi, I'm just here to say something about why we don't see more mothers out here. I know the few that are out here are standing with us as this injustice is being done, but I think that more of us should be out here. I encourage you to come out. Mothers, all mothers. I have 3 children. I have 2 girls and a son. And every day I worry about my son. I'm telling you. And my husband is out here with me. Okay? We are a unit. Now, I just want everyone to know that these are our children. Nobody is going to talk about our children. So we don't care. What do you think they're going to care about? That's why they went out shooting our kids. That girl that got shot in the face, she was just trying to get some help. The other, what was the football player? Got shot. Just get help. That could be you, that could be your child. I'm not going to wait till our children. I'm out here because that son of them is mine too. Your children are mine too. So let's all be together. Let's all love each other. And you need to go to history. Go to historycolors.com.
Ooh, there it is.
What's your name, sister? Sister Carter.
I just want to say every day when election time was going on, Alvin Brown was on the north side. Every time I walked out the door, I saw Alvin Brown. Alvin Brown this, Alvin Brown that. And I went to church.
Where is he?
And I be doggone Alvin Brown wasn't it that.
Trying to get back.
I ain't seen Alvin Brown since the day he got elected.
Get rid of it.
You can talk about her hair, you can talk about her speech, you can talk about her speech, but if you come, she will answer. Exactly. How many of you are going to hold them responsible? How many? She said that the mother should be here, but the people who we voted in office should be here. Those the ones we voted in office, they should be here. We should be passing laws, helping convicted felons to get their voting rights back. Every black man can vote. That's why you got on the jury today. That's why. It's not because, I committed a crime. It's because you're a black man. Okay? And I'm going to tell you that now. If you sell drugs, you cannot take out a loan for school if you're convicted. But God knows that you can kill somebody and take out a loan and go to college. Why is that? Why is that? The laws are set up disproportionately, and until you educate yourself, and until you stand up, educate your children, raise your children right, stand together, they'll always make an excuse. These children, no matter how you dress them, no matter how upright they walk, they're always going to be considered a thug. I don't
beautiful sister. Let me say this, y'all. Do y'all remember the Trayvon Martin trial and all that?
Yes.
Do y'all know the jury makeup here?
Yeah.
Now, I think
There's only one black people on there. One.
One black. Two black. And they say Hispanic or something. So here's the point I want to make. I want to take a seat. I'm not going to talk long. But I want to ask you this question. How is it that when it comes to us, we are never the majority on any jury? And we better start thinking about that. And what troubles me more is how our black attorneys and our black judges are not questioning why blacks are not seated on a jury in proportionate numbers. Now y'all may not agree with that, and I say it, but let me give you this last scenario. I'm 62 years old and proud of it. Now listen, y'all. Y'all, please listen. When in your lifetime, I'm going to say it again because I want y'all to hear this. When in your lifetime have you ever seen an all-black jury sitting anywhere? Now think about that. So now, are we not qualified? Now, y'all know what qualification or not qualified mean, though. Right. Now look, blacks used to couldn't be on the police force because they weren't qualified. Now you know why they was unqualified? Because they didn't have the color for the protection. You know what I say? Now is it because we don't have the complexion to have made up this majority jury here today? Yes. It's just as plain as it could have been all a majority of white. Why couldn't it have been a majority black? Now, I'm not saying that black make it right. I'm not saying that white make it right. But what I am saying is that right always make it right.
Go on, brother.
Well, what's your name, brother? Brother Jamal.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Okay, well, I just wanted to let y'all know what I had to add to this. And all things boil down to religion and God.
Yes, sir.
Now, all I'm saying is, you may not believe it, I'm representing the Nation of Islam here, and letting y'all know that I'm actually having communication with God. God wanted to deliver a message to you all here today. Somebody got to deliver. Go ahead, brother. Don't get mad at me for delivering. I don't think I'm trying to be big. I'm just delivering the message from God. Now, all of y'all know about the UFO phenomenon. Everybody know about UFO.
The wheel.
Everybody heard about Ezekiel and Ezekiel's wheel.
That's true, man. Come
Now,
on.
the Nation of Islam today is in touch with that wheel.
That's right. That's the truth right there.
And whenever you challenge a person's authority, you got to have a superior authority to them.
That's right.
Which a lot of us find that don't have. Okay. Now, you see the police departments with the guns on their side? Okay. We have no defense against them.
Not at all.
But God does. What I'm going to tell y'all today is the wheel is prevalent. Start looking up in the sky. Start looking up in the sky. And if this trial is not decided in justice, watch what happens. God has informed me. He can break down this building here.
That's right.
He didn't let us build this building. He didn't let us build this building to have injustice in it.
That's right.
God is a fair God.
That's right.
God is a fair God. God didn't allow this beautiful building to be built.
Not at all.
For injustice. Now I have talked to God from the wheel. And God has informed me. He's watching this decision here. That's right. And y'all don't have to go out and riot.
That's right. We don't have to
act all crazy.
That's right.
Let them make their decision.
Yes.
Go on home and rest.
Go.
After I deliver this message, I'm going home and rest.
Come on, brother.
Because God told me to tell y'all.
Teach.
Y'all got somebody defending y'all today.
That's right.
I'm in touch with you. The Nation of Islam is the saving grace for black people. Because Allah wants to show Where's this power we coming from? This power we coming from up there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why they seeing all these UFOs.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is the Getto Free Press, and I'm George Boston Rhymes. I'm down in Duval County. In fact, I'm at the courthouse. I went into the courtroom, and you've already heard what happened to me, but I do know that this morning there was extra seats in the courtroom. They could have let other people in to witness this court case. After I could not go back into the courtroom, Officer Gendry told me that the judge said that only the people who had armbands or who had signed. Well, I was in, but that's another story. But I thank God it happened, because little did the judge know and little did Mr. Guthrie know that this is the will of God for me to be on the outside. And whatever you get today, just think about this, Mr. Judge and Mr. Guthrie, that this would not have been if I was inside the courtroom. And so I want you to know that our God always works in mysterious ways. This beautiful sister right here, what's your name?
Estefania.
Again?
Estefania.
And I just want to say to you that I witnessed what happened here. The protest was going on. You called for a march, and I didn't see anything wrong with what you was doing, in my most humble opinion. And since I have that on camera, some of it I may edit out, but I don't normally edit. But you did nothing wrong. So my thing is, what was the point of that you was trying to make, I think, about some elected official? We want you to get the time that you need and that you deserve. You got some of it up here. But what were you trying to say about elected officials here in Duval County?
Yeah, basically, the people that are here today in this courtroom waiting for a verdict, the reason why we're here is because we have two specific demands. And people were getting off messaging, and I wanted everyone to go back into what we're here for. Therefore, I went up to people and I decided that we should all together chant for justice for Jordan Davis and the resignation of Angela Corey. And we should stop talking about our own preferable agendas. Everyone in here probably has a different God. Everyone in here probably has a different political view. But the truth is that we're here because we want justice for Jordan Davis, and we do not want Angela Corey to stay in office. So to bring back the messaging and bring back the intentions of being out here, I called this protest after 3 days in which women have had a minority time of speaking, and also people have been just guiding their own agendas. And this is all of our struggle. All of us are here for the same two reasons. So we marched, and when we came back, there was a time to speak about why we were here and why chanting and marching is not violent, and why we need to be out loud about what we are doing. And the reason is because of the prison system, because of our children being murdered. We cannot be represented inside of that courtroom. And so the only place that we can represent ourselves is outside of the courtroom. And we're upset. And how do we manage that upset feeling to get out of us? We do it through chanting and expressing what we believe on. So that's the messaging that I wanted to get out there. And the brother that has been talking for 3 days about things that will probably separate people and that are not justice for Jordan Davis, where Angela Corey has got to go, got upset at me and decided that he could shut me up.
Well, well, let's not give much more credit to that, because we don't want him to even have a stage if it's not concerning.
And so the important thing was we all talked about how chanting is not a violent force, marching is not violent, it's the way that we're speaking, we're using our voices, and we're finding the system accountable because we do not have representation inside the courthouse.
Right, we did not have a presentation, and then there was open seats in there, as I said, but yet they did not let the outside of these hundreds of people know that there was space in the courtroom. And after I left the courtroom, they would not let me go back in. But how do you feel about when somebody said to you, and I saw nothing wrong with what you were saying, when they said these children are not your children? How do you take that? Because it's about a human being, and you are a human being.
I think they also don't understand that as a Latino person in the United States, you suffer the same kind of, not the same level but there is repression towards us too. And there has been Colombian people from my country that have been shot and dead, like Jordan Davis was. And Jordan Davis is a black man that today is being tried, but it can be a Latino man. And it's about our nationalities, and it's about we are oppressed nationalities, and they want us in the prison system or dead. And those are my brothers and my sisters. They come from indigenous tribes. I come from indigenous tribes too. So I will stand in solidarity with them, and I will make sure that people are able to speak out loud and give out their messaging as much as I would like them to be there if one of my brothers or sisters of the Latino community was targeted, like Jordan Davis, Trayvon Martin have been.
My beautiful sister, I want to say this to you. I'm a black African American by way of Africa. And I want you to know that I have no problem with the Latino communities. I want the Latinos, I want the white people, I want the Japanese, I want the Germans, I want all the human beings on God's earth to understand that the Getto Free Press and George Boston Rhymes embrace you in what is right in God's world. We are one, we are united, and we are going to defeat, let me repeat, my beautiful sister, we are going to defeat the forces of evil, wickedness, unfairness, discrimination, sexism, whatever you want to call it. But we are united, as the Bible says in St. John 8:32, and ye shall know the truth, and that the truth shall set you free. And we cannot suppress women, we cannot suppress white people, or anybody else in God's world. Close us out, my beautiful sister. Thank you for speaking out. Thank you so much. Close us out.
Just if you're able to ever participate in demanding justice for anybody, and if you're ever able to come out and speak up and use your voice to make everyone's voices louder, make sure you do that, because that's the only way that we're going to be heard.
One other most important thing, who was the person you was talking about? What is that elected official doing or not doing? Short form.
Angela Corey, in this specific trial, she persecuted Jordan Davis's trial and also Trayvon Martin's. Zimmerman walked free, like we all know, and there is two special charges that Michael Dunn has not gotten, which is leaving the scene of a crime, and besides that, it's a hate crime. He should be tried for a hate crime too. So there should be more charges to him than there are. And what people have noticed is not only she has decided what the law is before things go into the courtrooms, but she also has targeted people like Marisa Alexander, that are people of color that have been, that self-defense applies to them. Oh wait, it doesn't, because she's black. So she cannot be self-defense and not kill anyone and be free, but Michael Dunn and Zimmerman do get to do that. And she has been the primary person that has persecuted Marisa Alexander. She has made sure that Marisa Alexander stays in jail. You can look up interviews of her directly attacking Marisa Alexander as if she had ever murdered someone. But when the murderers come into in the courtroom, they're not charged for the things that they also should be charged, and they're not put under the system for justice. And that's what she's doing. Everyone in Jacksonville knows it. Everyone in Jacksonville knows that she's putting their kids into prison systems. She's putting the juvenile prisons up in her priority in the agenda to get all of our kids in the prison system and in there forever, because when you're in the prison system, you stay in it. And so the people in Jacksonville are tired, and Angela Corey has to go. Okay, and somebody's getting paid in the prison system and in the jails. People are being paid big money to carry on that. Contracts that say what amounts of people you should have in a prison. That's slavery to me.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, this is George Boston Rhymes. I'm doing what I do because I realize that there are a lot of handicapped people in our nation, and I don't mean physically handicapped, but I'm talking mentally handicapped. And this is why truth comes, as Jesus said, so we can free the minds of the people, because only truth can set us free. Thank God for the judge, and Officer Guttridge for making this interview possible when they denied me the right to go back into the courtroom. When I had been in the courtroom, we all know there was vacant seats in the courtroom, yet hundreds of people outside that could not get in. It just don't make sense under our form of government. The Getto Free Press, doing what others ignore. Bye-bye. one, you have to hold your position. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna stand with my foot back, but I like to stand with leverage. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
Cool.
This is the Getto Free Press. I just interviewed the young Latino lady about what took place up here. What's your name, my brother?
West Yahuda.
West Yahuda. Okay, I see that before the little incident happened that you were speaking several times today, but my point is that...
Well, I didn't speak several times today. That was the first time I spoke today.
Okay, well, as you were speaking, and then what was the point that you want to make, or wanted to make today, you know?
At that time?
Yes, sir.
What I was saying, at that time I was referring to 2 Chronicles, the 7th chapter and the 14th verse, saying that if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will they hear from heaven and forgive their sins and heal the land. Basically, I'm a Hebrew man. In the Deuteronomy 28th chapter, it explains the curses that falls on the people of Yasharala, Israel, when they turn away from the Father. It describes no other race than the Black Americans here, you know, in United States. And the point I was trying to make is I was speaking to my people that we basically have to humble ourselves first, turn from our wicked ways, then will we hear from heaven. But as the man who was speaking before me, my elder Akbar, he was speaking about the will, the life form outside of this earth, the heavenly life form that's been showing itself and showing themselves and preparing to pay a visit. You know what I mean? And basically, if you want to be on the right side of that, I'm saying, humble yourself, seek the Father's face, turn from your wicked ways, turn back to the laws, the statutes, and commandments. Because in Hosea, the 4th chapter and 6th verse, it says that if you reject His commandments, then He will reject you. You will be no priest unto Him. And since you forgot His way, He will forget your children. That's why our children die, man. You know what I mean? This is prophecy that's been happening. And I was basically just going to touch on that one thing, that 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. That's the only thing I was going to touch on behind my elder Akbar. You know what I mean? But I was rudely interrupted, you know. And I'm not unfamiliar with that young lady, you know. I protected them. I marched with them with Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin's killer got off, and we marched from here to Sample, Florida, and I was their security, you know, majority of the way there. I had to keep coming back because I had to work, you know what I mean? But I was coming back and forth, you know what I mean?
So the disagreement was not a personal thing, or it wasn't a confrontation?
Go ahead.
So it was not a confrontation. It's just something that happened, or what happened? You know, it looked kind of bad for law enforcement. They didn't arrest nobody, but you know, what would you call it? Because you worked with her before. Don't you know me? I'm about peace and harmony.
I mean, she was one of the organizers on that march. I guess maybe she got a power trip on that feeling above, but you know, I came in to that you know, organization. I didn't join that organization, but I came in with them on that demonstration, that display, and you know, I supported them. Okay. You know, I protected them, but I played the background. You know what I mean?
Well, I watched what happened. I'm not from here, from Valdosta, Georgia, but I watched what happened, and it looked bad to me in front of the public and the police officers. It looked bad. But the point what I'm trying to say here is that sometimes we don't quite understand each other. But I want you to help me to understand.
I got
what is your religion or denomination? Or
I have no religion. I have no denomination.
What's your belief system?
I follow our original culture.
Okay.
You know, we as a people, we have an original culture. The problem with our people now is we're always looking to find ourselves in the wrong crevices, you know, all throughout this society. You know, our people are lost people, and we keep looking to here and there up under these other people and their cultures and their problems or their sins and whatever they got going on to find completeness within their self. It's right in front of your face. You know what I mean? So that's my culture is our original culture, the Hebrew culture, you know, that you find in the first 5 books of your Bible, man. The Old Testament of the Bible is our history, Black History Month. You want to observe Black history, start looking at 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. That's our history, man. And basically we've been deprived of, we've been tricked. Our preachers steal money from our people every Sunday. You know, they rape the kids. You know what I mean? I'm not all preachers, but the majority of them. You just look at the news, you see what's going on. Right here in Jacksonville, Florida, all these churches that we have here in Jacksonville, Florida, all these preachers that we got, all those congregations, why is this grass all empty like it is right now?
I agree with you, but short form as we get ready to close this out. My question is this. Do you have room in the original culture of our people as recorded in the 5 books of what they call moral or oratory, which I'm familiar with, I stated well. But my bottom line is, do you think it's possible for us to embrace other religions and not in a form of peace and harmony and overstanding the knowledge or the lack of knowledge that they have, that to come into one commonality that we all are deserve some of God's oxygen and love to be distributed and shared on this planet?
Do I think? Are you asking me that question?
Yes, sir.
Or are you stating?
Short form, ask me a question.
Basically, all these other religions that you find in this world is just a derivative of us and our culture. We are the original man. The Creator created us unto Him. He made us in His likeness and His image. He established a covenant with us because we are the original man. Everything else is just a derivative.
Short form, can we live in peace and harmony and love and respect one another, although our differences may disagree?
Absolutely. That's what was lost then, respect. But she interrupted me, respect was lost. And now I had to regain my respect. That's just it.
Once again, what's your name?
My name is West Yahuda.
And you are in what type of religion, or not necessarily religion, but belief system, any way you want to put it, brother, you know.
Not a religion. I'm a Hebrew man.
Okay.
I follow the laws and the statutes and commandments of the Most High Father.
If I say denomination, take it out of my lack of knowledge and just, you know, it's all good.
I let a thing be established with the truth.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Truly, I follow my original culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And every other religion on this earth basically is a derivative from what I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you very much, brother.
You're welcome.
Yes. This will, by the way, be on Boston G.B.R. on YouTube. We definitely going to put it. I interviewed her, and I saw you, and you hadn't left. I had to get you as a balance. That's the way I operate. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Peace,
Shalom.
brother. Peace. Shalom.
They don't talk about all our black children coming in there being killed, being shot, the violence. Martin Luther King talked about 3 things that are affecting our community: racism, poverty, and violence. Until we get a stop on that, we're going to have these problems. But I'm asking each person to be conscientious of how you spend your dollars. Be conscientious of that.
Amen.
Take back your money.
Amen.
Your money will
Tell
pay
the
to
truth.
respect you.
Amen.
Not your praying.
All right.
Watch out now.
Not your margin.
Preach.
Although it has its place.
Preach.
I believe in activism.
All right.
But this country is a capitalist country. It's built on profits. It's built on the sweat and blood and tears of my people. Since 1615, they've been raping us.
1555.
There it is.
Put us out there in the cotton fields, and the tobacco fields, and the sugar, and the rice. Why? To exploit our labor for their own good.
Tell the
I'm
truth.
sick of this oppression. We may not have a common interest in religion, but we got a vested interest in our common.
Go ahead, sister. You's preaching now.
Common oppression is what brings us here. And I don't care if you're a person of color, you got a common vested interest in denying oppression on any front.
All right.
Martin Luther King said injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. Oh, Lord.
Tell the story. Thank you.
When I love you, I show up.
Thank you, bro.
This is love right here. When I sit on these courtroom steps and dare to tell the truth. Because I don't care about their jobs. I'm not beholden to their jobs. I'm not beholden to their faith-based money.
Go ahead.
I'm not beholden to their government contracts.
I can say amen to you.
I create job.
All right.
God gave me a mind to go to school and understand the unjust system so that I could use their system to create jobs.
Go ahead,
That's
sister.
what I'm calling on every black person out here. Start your own business.
I can say amen to that.
Take control of your own economic destiny. Don't be beholden to these people for a job.
Go ahead, you speak to something.
What they say, J.O.B.
I love what you say.
That's right. It represents slavery. It represents economic insufficiency, oppression. I will not be oppressed. And I'm like Fannie Lou Ham, I've been saying it all week. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Go ahead.
Until you get tired, you're going to continue to get the same old stuff.
That's right.
The same old. They say insanity is doing the same old thing over and over. And expecting a different result. Take back your dollars. I'm going to keep preaching that.
Come on.
Because I understand what this country built on. It's built on revenue. That's all they respect is profit. You got to understand that. That's what this is about. Profit.
When you murder somebody in cold blood, there seems to be a pattern. You're killing young people that don't have a weapon. Jordan Davis did not have a weapon. Trayvon Martin did not have a weapon. But they were murdered in cold blood. Jordan Davis murdered for music too loud. Trayvon Martin, you know what WWB means. WWB means walking while black. He was murdered for walking while black. So the African American, the black community, we charge Michael Dunn, child killer, for murder, lynching, and hate crime. It's right here. We, the black community, we charge Michael Dunn, child killer. Make sure you know this is a child killer. He hadn't left high school. He hadn't left the nest. He hadn't left home. He hadn't left the feeding of his mother and father. He was still at home. Michael Dunn, child killer. We charge you, Mr. Dunn, with murder, lynching, and hate crime. We are not going to accept manslaughter and self-defense. We will not accept manslaughter and self-defense. But we said the same thing in Sanford. We said he said it's murder, not manslaughter. And so they're arresting over the case. It looks like a mistrial. It looks like it's going to be something else. And here it is. It's murder, not manslaughter. Anything less than murder. Anything less than murder.